Hey guys, it's Drew here. There's a little cardinal, female cardinal, in the little pollinator pond I have over there. It's a nice, cloudy, overcast day today. I've actually noticed that some of the corn I planted over here has sprouted. So that's pretty exciting. I have the glass gem corn planted. If you don't know what that looks like, I recommend Googling it. It's an extremely beautiful variety of corn. You can use it to make cornmeal, corn flour, or you can also pop it like popcorn. But I wanted to give it a try because it's just so beautiful. I have yet to grow corn successfully, but I will continue trying. But yeah, I grew it down this row right here. Avocado trees looking pretty nice. I know that in my area there's a nursery that sells, I think it's the Brodgens avocado, which is a cold hardy avocado. This is just from a seed that I planted from a Haas avocado. Chances are that obviously if we get a freeze or something next year or later this year, this will probably won't take it. It'll go back to the ground, but regardless, it's a beautiful plant. Provides a little bit of shade, diversity, and I'm just big on planting seeds. Whatever seeds I can find, I'll plant, because regardless of whether it'll fruit or not, it'll create some sort of biomass. This right here is a dying Peruvian apple cactus. I've just left it because it's still green towards the base, and potentially it could come back, may come back from the ground, I don't know. But I have some other cactus, Peruvian apple cactus here, and it appears to be growing a little bit here at the top, but there's another one right there. I've seen them in my area get to be about 10 foot tall in giant columns, and they're really beautiful and loaded with fruit. There's one in my neighborhood, so I know that they can do really well here. I just had my dad come by today, and I gifted him some Napier grass cuttings, or root divisions of this purple Napier grass. It's so beautiful. It gets taller and deep purple. Still waiting on these pear tomatoes to germinate. Got a whole bunch of little tomato seedlings here. I love the new growth on the loquat. It's such a beautiful tree. Planted in this mound here a variety of things. Got napier grass planted all along. Then there's randomly chives. There's a little lemon tree. I also planted some sweet potatoes to try to get some cuttings, some vines, and then I'll just replant them right here in the same bed. Some onions, some chives, a little bit of coconut grass. This stuff is hard to get rid of, the coconut grass. It spreads through these sword-like rhizomes, and a lot of the time when you try to pull up the grass itself, it'll just break, leaving the rhizome. But it is what it is. Within due time, I should have most of my garden food forest area shaded out enough to deter it from growing so rapidly. Yeah, you can see the roots. It's coconut grass. It does make a good mulch. Here's a good example of these sharp little rhizomes that I've actually seen. These can actually get pretty sharp. You don't want to stick yourself with them. But I've seen it grow right through the root of one of my moringa trees. It's pretty incredible. Here's a pigeon pea tree I keep forgetting about. It's back here. It's got a lot of pods on it. It's a little moringa tree. Canna lily. I've got a couple ideas, but I'm gonna make some static compost. I've got the geo bin, which provides plenty of aeration, and then I have this tub that has lots of drill holes in it. Not as much oxygen and air would get to it versus the geobin, but that could be a good thing if we have a drought and I'm not watering. But I was thinking of doing Tithonia diversifolia chopped up to help decompose in this barrel, and I was thinking about doing just leaves in the geo bin to get some nice quality leaf mold. These hangers that I twisted into a kind of a trellis situation off the side of the shed, I've used it to grow gourds and beans as well. It works really well. If you have some spare coat hangers around, you can make a easy trellis. Yeah, this little pollinator pond has been pretty beneficial, I think. I've seen lots of dragonflies, birds drink from this, lizards. There definitely is some mosquito larvae, which is not ideal, but there's also quite a few tadpoles. tadpoles eat the mosquito larvae. And this on top that you see is some type of plant algae that's formed by itself. I didn't put any of it in here. I've thought about removing this and then digging out a hole underneath it and then sinking it back into the ground, just so it's at ground level, so some rains and whatnot, some more water can be collected, but I'm not too worried about that right now. You can see all from our last frost that we had, the frost damage on the Tithonia. Everywhere it's brown. It's a really beautiful nectarine tree. I love the way it's leafing out all around the main leader limbs. These papaya leaves are looking a little, I forget the word for lacking of nitrogen. They should be deep dark green, but they did struggle with the last frost. So hopefully if I can get it some good nutrition, that'll start to really green up and start growing some really lovely smelling papaya flowers. I've been watering this area the last couple of days. There's peanuts planted, but no germination yet. Still waiting on my mimosa tree to leaf out. I got this mimosa tree from the local forested area near where I live. I got it as a small little tiny tree, bare root. Just ripped it out of the ground and then replanted it here. And it did really well last year. I actually pruned it. It was much taller. I pruned it so it leafed out, and then we had a couple of frosts, and they are semi-deciduous in our area where we receive frost. It's a nice windy day. Nice windy and overcast day compared to the last couple of days of mostly sunshine and warmer temperatures. Feels really nice out today. My sugar cane, after fertilizing it for a day and watering it just for a couple of days, it's starting to really pick up its growth. Really nice green new leaves. This banana here that's coming back was a trying to remember the name. I think this is a golden finger banana. But with the frost damage, you can see it's nice and crispy. And then I actually cut this one back because it had a lot of this like rotting black whatever stuff, but it's shooting out new growth. Then the taller Orinoco banana, it'll do just fine. I've trimmed off the frost damage for the most part. I should be shooting out new leaves. Yeah, I think that's all for today's walk around the garden and talk a little bit. I'm enjoying doing these because it gives me the opportunity to think out loud and observe what's growing. So, female cardinal. Anyways, I will tune back in tomorrow and I'll have another upload. Until then, have a good day, guys. Peace.